Righto, we've got here XS750SE, US custom, known as 1982. Done 31,000. We've just run it through the workshop. It was pretty good actually when we picked it up. It was a little bit fluffy at low RPM, so we've had the carburetors apart. Done the usual, new float valves, stop any potential flooding, good clean. Then with new plugs, fresh oil and filter, new air filter, fuel tap kits. We replaced both of all the parts in the fuel tap, make sure that's functioning okay, and it runs really sweet. Balanced her up, made a few little mods to the chassis, just a bit of general tidying really. But it's very good, you know, overall it's a good original motorcycle. Seat's a little bit rusty around here, normal sort of fare. That's why we've not touched the seat cover, because it's sort of a bit of a can of worms really. You need to either weld the base or find another base. Right, we're going to go for a little spin, see what we got. It's quite a warm day, so I've not bothered with choke. But the engine's stone cold, so I will give it a bit of choke actually. Just let it warm up a little bit. So we checked the oil in the mid gearbox as well, and the differential at the back. The tyres are pretty good actually. Bit of a rorty exhaust on, obviously headers 3 into 1. Been through MOT. This is the first road test, so we're going to suck it and see what we got. Side stand interferes a little bit with the main stand. Brakes are nice and smooth. It's very windy today, so it may get some wind noise on the microphone. And it goes really well actually. Nice and smooth. A couple of owners, I think 3 altogether if you include the last one. Just wasn't getting enough use, hence the fueling problems. Just not uncommon nowadays. Now those of you who know the model well may have already spotted that down by my right hand foot there is the kickstart shaft. Now the SE model didn't come with a kickstart. Now that's because this has got a different engine in it. I do have the original engine as well. But the last owner, a long time ago, couldn't get the exhaust off, they snapped some of the bolts on the head, tried to drill them out. It got really messy, and they decided to get another motor, pop that in instead. So we still have the original motor. It has got the head off of it, and the bores were a bit dirty and rusty. So, but if you really wanted to get it back to 100% original, the original crankcases are there. It just means rebuilding the engine. And nowadays we would have drilled out all the remaining steel studs, and if needed, welded up the head and then re-drilled it, and then reuse the whole thing, which you can still do. So it does come technically with the spare engine, and that will be shown on the eBay listing. But this engine's been in for some time, as far as we can tell. So we just need to make a little adjustment to the tick over, because now it's had a little run, it's settled in. Can't do it on the fly because it's in a slightly awkward position. But it's very pleasant to ride, you know, it's nice and straight, no dramas. There we go. Let's see if we can feel that tick over. Oh yeah, that's easy to get to. Not. There we go. That's quite nice. Lights off, still nice. little bit better with the lights on, there's a bit more load on the engine. Typical of this sort of era actually. Let's just go down a tiny bit more. That's lights off. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay, there you go. Make a great project for somebody, especially if you wanted to turn it into a bobber or cafe racer. You've got a really good basis to work with. Everything functional, good motor. Just a question of putting your mark on it, or you could restore it back to a super original classic. Choice is yours. Happy bidding.